Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the unit Literary Essays. We are going to be working on planning and building our essays throughout the next couple lessons. Today, we are going to focus on planning and noticing what the characters are doing. In the beginning of the year, we talked about how readers have to read wide awake to make sure that they really comprehend and understand what's happening in the text. That skill is very important when we are writing literary essays, so we're going to practice that skill today. I am going to be using the example of the story The Dot. We read this story in the beginning of the year when we celebrated Dot Day, and we also reread this story when we were doing our March Madness book tournament. Today I'm going to reread The Dot and focus on the characters' traits and feelings, and also their relationships. After I read, I'm going to highlight different parts of the text evidence to support the traits and feelings and relationships. And then lastly, I'm going to jot my claims, which should be a familiar word for you because we made claims all throughout opinion writing. And I'm going to keep track of my claims about the character on my tracking sheet. You will notice that I am working with the dot. However, you will be doing those shoes, but the same steps. Before we take a look at the story, I want to refresh our memories about how we're going to find these things that we're focusing on, the traits and feelings first. When we were in school, we learned about the story Winn-Dixie, and we talked about how we want to notice how a character talks and how a character acts. This is an important skill because if we do this, we are able to then determine a character's traits. For example, in Winn-Dixie, we learned that she is open-hearted by the way that she talked and the way that she acted, right? She cared about Winn-Dixie even though he was not her dog. She cared about Gloria Dump even though the Dewberry Boys told her that she was a witch. She was warm-hearted, open-hearted, kind. These are all her character traits. So let's take a look and see in the story The Dot if we can come up with a character trait for Vashti. All right, so here I have my story, The Dot, in front of me. You will notice when you do your work today, you are going to have a very similar layout with those shoes. The best part of this being online is you can either A, print out the story and keep a hard copy of it at home, or you can do your work right here on Google Docs. Remember, in order for you to get to the story, you need to go to Google Classroom to the literary essays section. So I have read the story already, and now I want to see about things that the character says and things that the character does. And the first thing I notice is that Vashti says, I just can't draw. And I'm going to highlight that. So the first thing I did, I don't know if you noticed, is I dragged the entire sentence I wanted to highlight, and then I went up here and clicked the highlighter button, and it highlights for me. Also, what I can also do is I can leave myself a comment. So when you take notes, you can write your notes here. And when Vashti says, I just can't draw, this makes me think that she's kind of having negative thoughts. And she is unsure of herself. Hmm. Okay, so that's a good first thought. Then I kept reading. So then I'm going to write comment. It saves it right there for me to use anytime I go to this document. And then, huh, keep reading. Vashti grabbed the marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. There. Oh, there. Huh. To me, and I'm going to highlight it because this is my traits. Uh-oh. Did it highlight? There we go. Also, this kind of seems like she's not really caring about her work, so maybe like careless and not well thought out. Hmm. So I already have some really great thoughts about Vashti in the beginning of the story. So then, right, then her teacher kind of tells her, Vashti thought for a moment, well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. Hmm, this is a glimmer of hope for Vashti. The next week, when Vashti walked into the art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging about her teacher's desk. It was a little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in a swirly gold. Hmm, I can make a dot better than that. She opened her never before used set of watercolors and set to work. Wow. So this part here, I can kind of feel what Vashti's feeling when she walked into class, right? She was surprised to see something hanging above her teacher's desk, right? This is a feeling, right? She is happy and she's surprised. Those are the feelings she is feeling. Huh, that's a lot of really great information. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to go back into, excuse me, my literary essay layout. And what you'll have is you will have a copy of Claims About the Text. What I did is I made a copy to put it into here to show you what it looks like, but you will have a copy of it yourself. So what I want to do, I'm going to have to exit, is I'm going to write my thoughts here, my claims about the character's feelings and traits. So in the beginning, Vashti doesn't seem sure about herself and has, ooh, a fixed, you know, Miss Hurt loves mindsets, a fixed mindset. Ugh, Vashti, overcome it, right? She doesn't, she seems careless about her work. But in the end, or towards the end, she feels happy when she sees the teacher has hung up her dot. Huh. So far, I think I have some really great ideas about how the character's feeling and how the character also has their traits based on what they say and what they do. Also today, you're going to work on character relationships. Before we end our video today, I want to remind you this is something that we kind of talked about in school, but would have talked about it a lot more if we were still there. So in stories, we have a main character. Along with our main character, we have our secondary characters. These characters also play a very important role in our books. There are three different types of secondary characters. And you may have heard me say these words before. There's an advisor, someone who gives advice, someone who's there for you, someone who will help you out. There is a sidekick. These are usually your friends, your peers, people that you get along with and have built a friendship with. And then we have challengers. Challengers are people who challenge you, hence the word challenger, and kind of push you to be a different person or maybe have some internal thoughts yourself. So these are the different types of relationships that secondary and main characters will have. I am going to go back in to my text and I'm going to see the relationships in the dot. And next time, when we have another video, you will see my thoughts. So today, remember, when you go into your text, you can use the highlighting tool to help you highlight your thoughts. You can use the comment section on the side to jot down your thoughts. And you also always have the option to print it and do your work with a highlighter or a pencil. I hope you liked this video today. I hope it helped you get started with your literary essay planning sheets, and I will see you next time.